Hey guys, welcome back to Bitches in the Breakroom.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
I'm Caitlyn.
We're your hair bitches.
Yay! Hopefully the audio is back to the high level standards that we like around here.
Yeah, seriously, so sorry for the last couple of episodes.
I almost didn't even want to post them because they were such good episodes, but the audio. So if you guys stuck through and listened, thank you so much because
you're real ones.
It just sounds so
scary.
Yeah, so bootleg. I don't know. I just don't fucking
I
like
love
it.
when you say bootleg. You say bootleg for so many random things, and like when something just doesn't look the way you like it, you're like, that's so bootleg.
I don't know why. I feel like it's like a up north term because no one uses it.
Yeah,
here.
I've never said that. I don't
really.
Think. Yeah, but I understand what you mean.
Bootleg
when you say
is
it.
Fake.
Yeah,
fake and cheap.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, but no one uses that, and I feel like I'm either dating myself or.
Because she's from the Bronx.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
We used to have, so when you would go to a nail salon, any New York listeners, back me up on this one, but when you would go to the nail salon, there would always be these random guys that came in with luggages, and they had bootleg DVDs. So but new movies in the movie theater, they would go in and record it, and you would hear people coughing and walking past, and those were called bootleg DVDs.
In the nail salon? Why would they put those in the nail salon?
I don't know, but it's every time, no matter what nail salon I was in, they would always go into nail salons and try selling to us.
That is so
and my
funny.
mom and grandma would rack up 5 to 10 DVDs. They're $5 each.
That is so funny. I'm done.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
the more you know.
Yeah, so that's where that term originates from in my life.
Okay. Yeah. I've never heard of that. But I've heard of it, but not that specific.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
More you know.
How's life?
Life is good. I decided to be a 24-year-old this weekend and go out. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Speaking of going out, Ferris is coming home this week.
Oh boy, so she's gonna go out again. Is it your Saturday? Are you off this?
No, I'm not off this Saturday. She's gonna be gone this weekend. We're gonna go out Wednesday night.
Oh fuck. Okay, good. Yeah. Because Thursday you'll have the morning to come back to
get back into my body, and
I wouldn't be able
I'm
to
not
do
gonna
that
go
even on a Thursday.
I know I'm not gonna go too I'll move crazy, but I won't consume crazy.
Yeah.
So that I'm not dead the next day.
Yeah. When does she come in?
Wednesday.
Oh. So it's short, quick little trip.
Yeah, she's gonna be here Wednesday through Friday, and then I think she's going to the beach where her family lives.
Cute.
I'm so excited. I miss her so much.
Didn't her brother get lost at sea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he doing better?
Yeah, he was over it immediately. I don't know. He's just one of those guys. It's he was just so.
I don't know why I just randomly remembered that.
I remember being like, "Oh my god, that's so scary! I'm so glad you're okay." And he's just like, "Yeah, thanks." I'm like,
he's like, "This is so embarrassing."
No, and then he was
wait, how long was he out?
16 hours. And then he was trying to get me to go scuba diving with him in Roatan. I said, "You've got me so fucked up. You were just lost at sea. I cried. I thought you died."
What happened to him again?
He they just drifted. It was a group of them. They drifted.
They were on floaties, or
they were scuba diving.
Oh, damn! So they weren't even on anything.
They were under the water, but their tanks and stuff are floatable. So when they came up, they had floating.
Oh,
devices.
okay.
Yeah, it's not like they were treading water the whole time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
I would make myself sink, not on purpose, but out of panic.
I know. No, literally. No, actually.
Yeah.
I would be I have a true belief, and I don't think that it's actually true, but I really feel if I panic enough, I can die.
Yeah.
I think I
sure.
would actually like die from panic.
Yeah, or pass out and then just
and that wouldn't kill me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's happened to me before. I've panicked so hard where I've passed out. And so in that situation, I've died before.
She's died before. She's an illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, love that.
So
what did you do this weekend? Anything?
No, bitch and moan about being pregnant still.
Yeah.
Whatever. What's new?
Yeah.
I
can't what does it feel like being this pregnant? I don't know how to explain what I mean. What is it?
I know, and I never thought I would be this pregnant either. I don't know why. It feels annoying.
Like, what is this, like, what does it physically
It's starting
feel like?
I don't know how to describe. I don't know. I feel heavier. I'm starting to feel swollen, and like I'm just in like pain, like just a lot of body aches.
Yeah.
And I'm out of like I feel.
Yeah. Like,
I just took a big breath.
yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like if I lay down in the wrong position, I'm like, oh, I can't breathe.
Okay.
I don't know. It's such a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I'm
Now
noticing I'm noticing every deep breath that I take.
Yeah.
But I'm noticing not only am I out of breath, but I'm like the fear of giving birth is really setting in.
That
like
makes sense.
you block it out for so long, and then now I'm like, oh my God, it could literally happen anytime from here. I have 23 days left till my due date.
It's crazy.
So I'm getting a little like anxious just when like I'm just like every little feeling. I don't know how Margot went that much over her due date. That would freak me out. I mean, you have I guess really no choice, but
that is so scary. I can't even imagine.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Like I'm excited because I can't wait to meet him, but I'm also like, you can stay there a little bit longer so I can enjoy like my life with just Kate. I don't know. It's really it's weird. And then did I talk to you about like the mourning, like you're mourning your old life too?
Oh yeah, that
you
makes
really
sense.
You really do. I feel like nobody talks about it, but I've definitely like not recently, but like a couple weeks ago I was crying a lot, and I was just like mourning my old life. And not to say like I'm not excited for him, I obviously am, but I'm just like, it has been me and Casey for like almost 12 years, and now I'm like, it will never ever be just me and Casey again ever in our lives. So it's like,
that's wild.
it's a lot of emotions.
Totally.
But
I feel like I've been in a different way. I've been trying to like appreciate where I'm at in life, because not that I am like in a rush by any means. Obviously, I feel like that's pretty clear. I'm not in a rush to be jumping into big life things, but being surrounded by it, by all of you guys at work, like definitely gets to me sometimes, where I'm like, I'm like, am I supposed to be, like in the path for that, like am I like on track, like am I supposed to be doing that, like it like gets in my head sometimes. And I've just like recently decided that I'm just gonna like really enjoy where I am. Like watching all of my friends like have kids and stuff like makes me so happy, and I love seeing my friends become parents. Like it's so cool to see like people that have supported me like literally support another life. Like it's so cool. But it's also making me like think about how much I like really need to enjoy this time in my life. I've also been feeling nostalgic on like college. Like I've been somehow having more conversations, like people have just been bringing up like college and like sorority and stuff like that. Like people have been bringing that up, and I've just been like kind of reminiscing on like that era of my life. Days. Yeah, where like I literally like there was a time where I was in a twin bed sharing a room with someone. Like
it's like you don't realize in the moment that you're like living like one of the best moments
literally
of your
life, like it was so fun and so just like easy. And I'm in a different like phase of life where it's not like that. It's so much more lonely, not in like a bad way. It's just so much more lonely than college was. And it made me be like, okay, I really need to appreciate this time now, because I'm going to hit a point where you're at, where you're like looking at life before it's going to become like parenting.
Yeah, and you're still in like such a good stage, because like the college stage is like very like carefree and like not a care in the world, just like fun. And then right now you're in the stage where it's like your career, but you're still having fun and like living life. You just have like a steady job and income kind of thing. So yeah, enjoy it, because it's crazy. And then like the next stage will be this, and it's fun too and like amazing in its own way. But it's just like I don't know, like just be more. I don't know, like realize what moment you're in. And I think in any stage in life though,
100%,
it's good to like take a step back and be like, okay, like enjoy this. Kind of thing. So
I'm also having a random surge of male attention. I don't mean to sound like
oh my God.
No, I just like there are so many. I went out the other night and I was wearing something that was so much more modest than what I would normally wear out. It was very demure, very mindful. I was dressed like very modestly. Like you couldn't really tell like that I have like curves. Like you couldn't really see any cleavage.
Right.
Like I was just very modest because I was not planning on going out. And I had so much attention. I literally got so much fucking attention. Like men were trying to find like quiet places to like pull me aside and like chat to me, like get to know me. Like it was just so weird to me. Like it was not.
Guys like that though.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes they like if you're like too showy, which whatever, be fucking showy if you want to be showy, like do it for yourself. But I feel like sometimes they could be like, I don't know, if that's the type of girl that I want to.
Or like it makes you like less approachable, maybe. Like
yeah, it could be more intimidating too.
It was so weird though. I like have never. I mean, I've always get not in a braggy way. I always get a lot of attention when I go out, but it's never been that kind of attention.
You also have like an energy about you too, though. Yeah. Like I get zero attention, but it's also because I'm closed off. Like you can tell that. Like I'm just like no eye contact, and you're like winking and just like making eye contact with everyone around you. So you're a little more approachable in the best way.
Yeah, a little, I guess. It was nice though. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm like just gonna enjoy being single. I've been wanting a relationship for a while, and I'm like, maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just keep doing my thing.
Well, it probably is super annoying for you here. I mean, I don't know if annoying is the right word, but like, yeah, it must be hard, I guess, for you sometimes to not compare yourself to everyone else, because like you're so close to all of us.
Yes.
And then we're like somewhere else in life.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's like, all of my friends are in such serious relationships, either like married or engaged or probably about to be engaged.
But you also have a lot of different sets of friends who are in different stages, which is I think
all
helpful.
of them are in relationships except like two. I have two single friends left, and one of them is sober.
Yeah.
So that's kind of hard, only because like sometimes I just want to like grab a casual drink with my friends, and all of them are like, oh, we're making dinner tonight. Like me and my husband are making dinner, or me and my fiance. And I'm like, got it. Yeah, it's fine. I really do think if we lived closer, I would be down like all the time to do stuff like that. My thing is like driving. I'm just like, oh, like I don't feel like driving. And then like if I have a drink, driving like all the way back. Yeah. But I don't know where I'm going with that. But yeah, it must be annoying for you, I think, sometimes to just like compare yourself. But the nice thing about you is we all wish we were you. I know.
We all wish we were 24. So
I know.
Take that.
I see it a lot. Everyone's always like, well, at least you don't, wake up all night with a baby. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. You'll know though, like when it's time in your life to like move on to the next stage. Like at 24, I was like no kids, like no. Like, so you just know.
Yeah. I'm cruising.
Okay, so I wanted to talk about client experiences and like what would make someone stop going to a hairstylist or hair salon. Like what would be a reason you stop going somewhere? So I'm curious, like what would be a reason for you? Like if you were just a client, not a hairstylist.
Totally. Something like the space not being clean would be a big one. Like if there's just like clutter everywhere, like it like looks dirty, that would definitely be a reason for me not to come back. Like it could be the best hair ever, but I think I wouldn't be relaxed. Like I'm just the kind of person, like I can't be relaxed if there's clutter everywhere. So that would be a big one. And then also just like a stylist being very rude would definitely stop me. Like if they were like just really like, yeah, no, like I don't know. I think a rude stylist would definitely stop me from coming back.
Rude to you? Yeah. Or just rude in general?
I mean, either way, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are good reasons.
Yeah. What about you?
Definitely like not even like the clutter. It's like cleanliness. Like if I'm looking around and I see like something that has not been dusted in a while or like stuff like that kind of just grosses me out because it just like I feel like it's a reflection of you just being a 100%. Dirty stylist or hair salon, and I'm like so like do you really care about like
and lazy
my hair? Yeah So that, and I think maybe I mean kind of with the rude thing, but like I think more so like a passive aggressive stylist where like someone who like made me feel stupid or like didn't explain stuff to me, like just like a lack of a communication.
Totally.
would be a turn off for me. I feel like there's a couple other things too.
I mean, there's like a good list.
Yeah.
I think.
But I think those would be my top 2.
Yeah.
And then obviously like my hair,
the actual quality of the hair
being fried off would be a big no for me.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I think those would be my top 3.
I think that is specifically with blonding, if like my foils weren't being checked.
Oh yeah,
like that
you
would
just
freak
sat
me
there
the
for
fuck.
like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
and no one ever came.
Yeah, like that would just really make me so like, as a client, if I didn't know anything about hair, and like my stylist just like did my foils, didn't even open one, and then walked away, like, you know, like finished foiling, never even looked, and then walked away. Like I would be like,
what's happening here?
What's going on? Yeah.
And that has happened to me before. And
scary.
The entire bottom half of my hair was white and like literally like it was so bad.
That's so scary.
Yeah,
that's so scary.
I know, I'm traumatized. So I asked you guys, and then we got some pretty good ones. So some of them were, well, yeah, some of my old clients that I haven't seen.
No way.
Yeah, they said they hate me.
Oh,
no. But so one client, which this is very, very niche, why she stopped coming here, and it has nothing to do with me at all, but she has really bad driving anxiety. And she would have to, like, I don't know, and I think this is like a thing, but like some people have driving anxiety.
Yeah.
And so she would always come with her husband, and then he would have to wait for 4 hours because she had some thick, coarse hair that we would get pretty light. So she was like, I just like the driving for me.
Wow.
So that was kind of interesting.
That is wild. I honestly have never considered that.
So maybe
distance.
Not even if you like have driving anxiety, but just like distance. Like if a salon is like too far.
Yeah.
But like what's considered too far? Because if I have to drive like, let's say 30 to 45 minutes, but it's only once every couple months, like I could deal with that.
100%.
Like that's not a lot to me, but I don't know if that's a lot to other people.
I know. Well, that's something, because I used to be a client here, and I lived 45 to an hour away at the time when I was just getting my hair done here. But what rationalized it for me was, I mean, I liked the salon, so like that was a big thing, but also like it's only once every 3 months, and I'm there for like 3 to 4 hours. So like it kind of makes up for it. Like it's not like I'm just going for like a 10-minute in and out, you know, like I don't think I would want to run that, like drive that long for like a quick errand, but like something like longer, I think it's worth it. Like I've had clients who are like, hey, I just wanted to let you know I'm really sorry, like, you know, I live in Garner now or something, and so I'm gonna be like going to a different stylist that's like closer. And in my head I'm like, yeah, obviously, like what, like that's your preference to your thing, but I'm also like, it's once every 4 months, like what do you mean?
Yeah,
but I don't know, it's a thing for people.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, if it's every couple months, I'm like, and it's worth the drive.
Totally.
I'm gonna make it,
yeah,
kind of thing. What else do people say? Personality differences, lack of vibes, bad recommendations, and then parentheses, never from Cabana Co. But yeah, personality difference.
That's big. That's big.
One.
Yes.
Yeah, like if someone did my hair, I don't know. If someone did my hair really good, but like we did not mesh as people, I don't know if I could. That would be a hard one.
I think I could if they weren't like, as long as they weren't forcing it down my throat the whole time.
As long as they're not annoying. If someone's personality is different than me in a way where I'm like, we don't really have anything in common or like to talk about. But if you're just like annoying me the whole time, then I'm not going to come back.
Exactly.
Maybe that's the difference.
That's, I mean, that's big to me. Like, I feel like I wouldn't want to be very chatty. I mean, and the same goes for behind the chair. I don't really, like, when I have clients that I just know we have nothing in common, it's like probably a less chatty appointment, you know? Like, I mean, I'll ask them about their lives and like what's going on, but like there's not much elaboration because it's that's their life and I have a different life. It's just less like chatty, but like that would be the way to handle it, I think, would just not be talking as much.
Yeah, it depends. So that for personality, it's
that makes
like
sense.
If they're annoying me or not, that would determine.
That definitely makes sense.
Bad recommendations. So I'm assuming like with like what to do
Right.
on your hair, or like even product recommendations.
I don't think that would stop me unless they were recommending something that was like killing my hair. But I don't think if they like recommended like a mask for me and it was too heavy on my hair, like I don't think I would stop seeing them altogether. I would just be like, oh yeah, that mask was really heavy on me.
Yeah, I think the only thing with the recommendation thing is if I could tell they didn't give a fuck.
Yes.
Like, if they're just recommending me as many products as possible to like get a sale, I would be like, I can like, you can read that. Like, you can tell when someone like cares and is elaborating and saying like why you need this versus like when they're like and you're just like, well, why?
Yes.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
Or like if my hair's already fried and they're like, yeah, let's keep going blonder, like that would be concerning.
Right.
You want a stylist that's able to tell you no.
Yes.
Someone put, my stylist was vaping and blowing cotton candy smoke into my face, so unprofessional.
That's crazy. I just don't get that.
That is just lack of professionalism, like at all time high. How are you gonna vape in front of your client?
No way.
Like,
no way.
I think it's
disgusting.
it's rude in general.
I think it's so rude.
I don't like when my clients vape in my chair.
Yeah.
And I'm just like right there and I'm just like,
see, I don't care if they vape in my chair if they do it like I'm like done foiling and then I see them like grab it and they're like,
well, yeah, if I'm not around, but I don't like that like right there next to me. I'm just like, I don't want to like, I think because vaping is so like normalized now that people like can do it wherever. I just don't even want to inhale that shit. Like, I'm not choosing to do it.
This is unrelated, well, kind of related, but it's about vaping. I saw this video where like the new
car
Teslas.
One?
Yeah,
I sent it to you.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I didn't realize that was you. Yeah. That is so insane.
I know.
So insane.
What was it? It was like a new, I don't know if it was a Tesla. It was a new car.
Yeah.
And there's like quality air control. And if it's good, it like gives you a score. And if it's bad, the score goes up. And someone tested it with a vape in the car.
Extremely high.
And the score went up so much. And it's like, you see, like, even though it smells okay and it doesn't smell like cigarettes, like, I still don't want to smell that shit.
Yes.
Because it's so bad for you.
Totally.
But yeah, I sent you that because I was just like, good job, you quit.
I know.
Yeah.
Seriously. I've also been just thinking about how humid it is. So I don't even know if this is how it works, but I'm like, it's so humid outside. I feel like if I was still vaping as much as I used to be vaping, I would have pneumonia by now.
Probably.
Just with how like much moisture is in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know the long-term effects of vaping, you guys.
No, we don't.
Stop doing it. But yeah, don't fucking vape in front of your client. That is so rude.
Yeah, that's so
and vice versa. I don't think clients should do it either.
Yeah.
Someone uploaded a photo of just like fucked up hair, which that would make me not go back to hairstylist. Someone put moving out of state. This is one of my clients.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, obviously. Like,
totally.
This was one of my clients. Price too high for my budget. I wish I could afford you.
Oh, okay.
Which is a reasonable thing. I get it. Like, if you can't afford someone.
Yeah.
But it's so interesting. It's all, like, preference. Like, some clients save for their hair appointments. Like, and, you know, like, maybe it's not financially, I don't know how to word it.
Feasible.
Yeah, but they'll make other sacrifices to make that happen because that's important to them versus other people who like will spend money on other stuff but not put importance on a hair appointment. So it's just interesting.
Totally. I think I've had a lot of conversations too where it's like, okay, if you're dead set on like the maintenance of the color and all of that stuff, like whatever it is you've been getting and you still want that, you just want it for less, by all means, like, go see someone else. But whenever my clients start talking more about budget, I will also like give them more like easy maintenance options where it's like, unless you're like, if you're dead set on this look, do your thing, but also something that could really make a difference on how much you spend when you're in here is changing what we're doing when we're in here. Like, you know, if the $300 mark or like $350 is too much, like regardless, then it is what it is. But if you can make that work every 4 months, like, we have options for that too.
Yeah, I think being able to like change a hair appointment to like help someone's budget every once in a while, I'm okay with. But if it's like something where like it's like not a complaint, but like a conversation every time I have a client in my chair, I would just be like, I just may be out of your price range kind of thing. And
well, like, I mean, like, changing it so that it's like the more like when they're coming in, we're doing a balayage instead of baby lights, like that kind of change.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, like, if it's like maybe they're not willing to change and it's a topic of conversation every time,
Totally.
I'd be like, yeah, it's just not gonna work.
Yeah,
which
that makes
sucks,
sense.
But everyone has a budget, and I get that.
Of course.
Someone put Mean Girls, which is very common in the hair industry. Unfortunately, yeah, that would be such a turn off to me if I went to a hair salon and it felt really competitive and nasty.
Or like, imagine like your hairstylist starts talking shit about another hairstylist like right in front of you, or like
that one too.
Other clients. Like, that's so. I just don't like that.
It's so immature.
It's so immature.
Yeah. So if you can pick up on like mean girl vibes or like hostile, I wouldn't want to go back either. Someone put too much shit talking during your appointment. I know some people love it, but it's a huge turn off to me.
So much like negative energy being exchanged for such a long period of time is just so draining. Like, I can't do that.
Especially with a client. Like,
yes.
I don't know. I just like, that to me is like lack of self-awareness. Like, how, I could never have a client sit in my chair and I'm just talking shit with them.
Yeah.
The whole, like, I don't know.
Well, and I don't know if it's like, I guess this would just vary on personalities and everything, but regardless of like clients or not, like, I mean, for our situation, like, we're doing such long appointments. If you're shit talking that entire time, like, I'm sorry, find something else in life to talk about. Like, there's so many other things to talk about. But also, like, I think in general, I have a really hard time being friends with people and like having conversation with people that like want the entirety of the conversations that they have to be talking shit. Like, that, I just think that's ugly. I think it's immature. I don't like it. Like, I would, if you want to talk your shit, I'm not gonna say no, obviously. Like, that's what a lot of friends are for. It's like, yeah, let me talk my shit,
right? But just to have,
but like also like have a cutoff, like have a cutoff point.
I think it's okay to have moments, but like if that's like what every conversation's consuming, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't stand that.
That would drive me insane.
I cannot stand it.
Lack of self-awareness. And like, if I just like also like gossipy hairstylists. Like,
when as a client, like, I would feel really like if I was seeing somebody and they were just talking shit the entire time, for me as a person, I would just be like, enough. Like, enough is enough. Like, or like if someone's that kind of person where like you say one thing and they're like, no way, oh my god, let me tell you, like, and it's like, why do we have to jump into a whole conversation about like one comment? Like, it's fine. We're fine.
I think it's maybe like some stylists have been doing clients' hair for a while and they have that comfort level, but you have to know you're still like getting paid for a service, and like you're still at the end of the day, like, you have to uphold some level of professionalism.
I literally will never complain about other clients to my clients.
Oh my god.
Ever. Like, there's literally, even my closest clients, like even my clients that are like my friends, when they're in my chair, like, you know, they like want to ask, like, what's like the craziest thing? I keep it so respectful
and like vague.
Yeah, like I don't say anything about like the person, or like, you know, it's very like, oh yeah, my only issue is when people are just really rude. Like, you know, like, I'll just leave it there because that's a general agreed upon concept. But I would never talk shit about a client like that. I just think that's so ugly.
Yeah, you have to be really careful. Yeah, I get asked that a lot, just like being the salon owner. They'll be like, what's the craziest thing? And I'm just like, well, this happened, but like I always try to, like, I say it in a way where it's like it doesn't feel like I'm talking shit, because you just really never know at the end of the day.
It's all about how you deliver it. Like, I think there's a big difference between saying, oh, the craziest thing that's ever happened, honestly, like, the circumstances were like not necessary or like not relevant here, but it was super rude. Like, she was just really like rude to me, and it just felt like a lot. Like, I don't know, like, I'll leave it like that instead of saying like, oh my god, this bitch was literally like cussing me out in the middle of the salon, and I'm like, hello. Like, it's just such a different vibe. Like, I don't know, be a little humble, you know, like, just be more demure about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
that's a huge pet peeve of mine. I had a stylist cancel on me all the time, and then the last straw was when she no-showed me, and then when we rescheduled, She turned my blonde hair green. And I'm a stylist myself, and I would never treat my clients that way. Obviously, the green hair was just overtoning, but most people don't understand that. Oh, you're way too gracious. Way too nice. Okay, so wait, let's talk about
canceling.
Yeah. Because it happens. And I think it's okay if it happens. Like, it's annoying as a client. I get it. If you've had a hair appointment and it might be for an event or something, like, it is so annoying when it gets canceled on, but it's also annoying for the hairstylist to do that. And I think if it happens every once in a, like, it really shouldn't happen with the same client, though. I feel like
I know,
like, that would be such a coincidence.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it happens and it's like a very rare thing, I think give your stylist some grace. Like, they're people too, and like, life does happen. But I think this girl was way too nice. I mean,
the same goes as a stylist. Like, I can tell my repeat offenders for people who cancel last minute, reschedule last minute, whatever. Like, we can tell when you're a repeat offender, and to me, it's gonna make me a lot less likely to want to book you again. Like, not even trying to be rude, but it's like, if you cancel your last 5 appointments, like, I don't want to keep booking you because I don't think you're going to come in. Like, you're showing me that you don't want to. But as a client, again, like, the occasional, like, hey, sorry, something came up, or like, life is happening, need to reschedule, that's fine. But a repeat offender is where it becomes a problem. Like, if it's a pattern, I always, like, even with my friends that get their hair done with me, and it's like they're seeing me to support me. Obviously, they like the hair I do, but like, they're my friends. Even with them, like, I would never cancel just because I feel like it, because they're my friend. Like, like, that's so weird to me.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's annoying if it's like a repeat thing. If your stylist is canceling on you, like, find another one. Like, if it's just happening all the time and there's always like some excuse, I don't know. I think that's so wrong. And then the second part of that was, well, she no-showed you and you still went back to her. You're just like a really
the no-show is crazy.
Well, how does that even happen?
How?
I don't know. Weird. And then she turned my hair green. Okay. Well, here's the thing. That is just a toning issue, but like, if she turned your hair green and let you leave with it and didn't acknowledge it, that's a problem. Now, if she did it and was like, oh shit, your hair's green, like, let's retone it, and like, acknowledges it, those are grounds to like stay with someone. 100%. Honestly,
the communication is everything. Like, we've talked about that so many times on here. It's so, I mean, it's real. Like, if I notice a tone is like grabbing more in one spot, like, if I have the time, I'm gonna offer to clarify it out really fast. And if I don't, I'll literally be like, I highly recommend washing it. Like, it will be fine. But also, like, if this is a no-go right now, let's do it. Like, but I'm gonna bring it up. That's the thing. Like, I'm gonna bring it up. I don't understand. That's weird. I don't know.
I don't like that. Yeah, I think that's another reason especially why I would stop going somewhere. Like, if you're like, if you visibly see something is wrong and you let me leave, like, sorry, I'm not coming back. That is so, I don't know. Like, you have to be able to not have an ego when you're a hairstylist.
Do you want to hear? Sorry, this is so random. I was just thinking, I had a client, a new client on Saturday, and she was telling me why she left her stylist. And it's so random, but I was so blown away. So her sister and her mom all see the same stylist and have for years. And this girl, she's in high school. She's young. But she ended up getting grounded like the week of her hair appointment. So she like texted her stylist being like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm going to have to reschedule. Like, I'm gonna text you back. I don't know when I can reschedule just yet, but I'm gonna like text you about it later. And it wasn't like the day before or anything, like it was like that week. Like, she texted her, and again, like, has seen her for years now. Yeah. And she looked at me and like the way she was talking about it too, she was like, and like, I wanted to let her know because I value you guys' time. Like, she was such a like good head on her shoulders for a high schooler, but she was like, I value your time. Like, I know that like my appointment changes like your whole day, your income, all that. Like, I want to be respectful of it, and I knew I wouldn't make it, so I let her know. She never got back to me. She said she literally, her stylist never texted her again. Her mom and her sister have seen her, like, still.
Yeah, come
and I'm like, you didn't even answer. Like, you're that, like, you can't be that. I'm sorry, shit happens.
Yeah.
Like, life happens. Like, I'm not penalizing my clients for needing to reschedule an appointment. Like, that's crazy.
God.
I know.
Yeah, that's
like,
not right.
You can't be that.
That's catty.
You can have boundaries. That's not boundaries. That's, like, straight up, like, you think that you are better than everybody. If you like
think your shit doesn't stink. Like,
correct. It's
ew.
so, isn't that so? She said that to me. I was like, what? I was like, she still hasn't said anything? She was like, no.
Do the mom and sister still go to her?
I mean, they haven't since, but, like, I think, I would imagine they're not going to.
That's so weird.
I know. Like, I would be so weirded out. Like, if I had seen someone consistently for years and I, like, rescheduled and, like, texted. And I even asked her, I was like, was that your first time doing that? She was like, yes. I'm like, that's fucked up. Like, you don't even give them, like, it wasn't even the day before. It wasn't the morning of. Like, it was, like, that week, probably, like, 4 days before her appointment. Like, her appointment was on a Saturday, and she texted on a Tuesday.
I don't like that
at
all.
Shady.
Yeah.
Shady as fuck.
You got a big ego if you're doing shit like that.
Yep.
One time, a TikTok famous salon owner posted a photo of me on her TikTok, and I had my head in the bowl, having my hair washed, and was unaware the photo was being taken. I was not sitting in the most proper way and was deviated. Maybe she meant devastated. What does that mean? She wasn't sitting in the most proper way, like where her legs open, her undies were out or something?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I think that if someone's going to be taking, I mean, with my clients, I always let them know before I'm taking photo. You know, like, I'm going to record really fast, or, like, I'm going to take this really fast. Like,
yeah, you
that
always
way they
have
know.
to tell them.
Yeah.
Because, like, some people don't want to be on camera.
It's not fair. Yeah, because that also gives them the opening to say, like, oh, like, don't, oh, I would rather not, or, like, oh, don't get my face in it, you know, like, I've had so many clients be like, okay, just don't get my face in it, you know, and I'm like, you're fine, yeah, whatever, like, it's your hair. Like, I don't understand how she wouldn't have known. Like, I do think that's so unprofessional.
I also think, like, yeah, when you are recording content, you have to be aware of, like, what you're putting on the internet.
Yes.
Like, if I recorded my stylist and their underwear was out, or they were just, like,
or just sitting in a way that's, like, could be perceived like, in a weird way, like, her head was,
or, like, it wasn't flattering to them, like, maybe, like,
right,
I don't know.
Well, it's all, I mean, I've had times where I've, like, recorded at the shampoo bowl, and I, like, I won't upload it because I can see everything that they're doing on their phone. Like, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to expose it. You know, like, they're sending some mad text right now.
You have to be very, like, aware of that if you're posting on the internet, especially. Or, like, I don't know, like, just be aware, like, someone has a double chin. Like, I don't want to be posted. Like, I would just be like, hey, like, relax your neck a little bit. Or, I don't know, just be aware of that. Or just don't post it.
Or just don't get it.
Crop
like,
it
just,
out.
Yeah,
that's fucked.
Whenever I would record for you, like, back when I was on, like, front desk, and I would, like, be recording the shampoo bowl, I would always be, like, so aware of, like, trying to only get, like, like, not even get their, like, eyes in it, you know, like, I'd be like, okay, let me try to just get back here, you know, like, that way you're getting the content you need, but you're not blasting someone's face in a weird angle online.
And that puts the client in such an awkward position, because they're like, hey, I know you got a million views on this, but, like,
can you take it down? I'm uncomfortable. Yeah.
Not enough availability or cancellations. Okay, well, I would just say pre-book.
I know. I was gonna say, I think I've had a couple of new clients this year who complained to me, like, they're like, oh, I normally see somebody else, but, like, she's too booked now, or, like, whatever. And my response to them, like, when they end up liking their hair, obviously, and I know that they're sticking with me, I literally am like, so let's go ahead and pre-book you so we don't have to worry about my availability. You know, like, I, like, kind of make it like a...
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's true. And, like, I've had clients who are, like... We've talked about this in meetings, too, because Kelly was in the same situation. But I've had clients in other girls' chairs, and they're like, I was trying to get in with you, but... like, you didn't have anything. And I was like, well, you can always pre-book. Like, you know, like, say it, like, not in, like, a rude way, but
yeah,
just to let you know. I mean, it's like, these are the consequences of it. Like, you're not the only client, you know, like, there's other people who want to get their hair done by your stylist.
If you do pre-book and, like, you have a hard time getting in, that's just, like, one of, like, the things that come with, like, having to cancel, and, like, you might just have to see another stylist in the salon that one time.
Totally.
But yeah, I don't know. I think if you're not someone who pre-books, don't expect to see the same stylist every time, because it's if they're good, they're gonna be booked. That kind of thing. Someone put stylist not prioritizing hair integrity and health, which kind of hit that already. And then someone else put besides distance, like having to move, lack of chemistry, and then they put appointments with Rach feel like a friendship.
Oh yeah,
which is cute.
I love that.
But yeah, lack of chemistry, I guess. Yeah,
that's a repeat,
kind of like what we said earlier too. And then someone put, I would leave if the passion for creativity is gone. You can feel when the stylist is over the art. Ooh,
we literally we talk about that so much on here, like unrelated, and it's also nice to see like a client's perspective with that, because I'm so big on that. Like, I would not want someone, and I think it's, as hairstylists, like, I'm also getting my hair done by a hairstylist, and they're friends with me. So, like, I think I would be bothered if, like, because they took it, like, oh, she's my friend, so I can be lazy on her.
Oh, yeah,
like, you know, like, stuff. I don't like that. It's partially why I don't do it here anymore, and why I have, like, I don't get my hair done here.
Why?
Because it's always like rushed, like it's a day off, so it's like, oh, we're coming in on a day off, like I'm rushing it.
Okay.
Not in like a people are passionate way, like anything like that. Yeah, no. Yeah. But it's like, I don't want my stylist to be too comfortable, even if we're friends. Like, that's just like important to me. I would rather spend money and have a hair appointment than feel like my hair is like rushed, or like because it's like a day off, or like, or I'm just going through the motions and just to, you know, bring this up really quick. Like, I don't want it to be like this is a super quick, like, no, like, I want you to be passionate about what you're doing on my hair. Like, I don't want there to be any factors that would stop the passion from like my hair appointment. Yeah,
that I feel the same way with any service provider that I see. Like, if I don't see you like posting, or like you don't sound like educated in the way that you like care, like, I'm not gonna see you. Like, if you're just doing it to show up, like,
can you imagine
really care.
Can you imagine asking someone like, oh, like, what made you want to do hair? And then be like, you know, it's good money, and it's close to my house, or, you know, like, oh, it was less like school than whatever. Like, I would be like, oh, like, you don't give a fuck about what you're doing. Like, I won't like that.
Peeve. Like, I remember in hair school, when a new class would start, we would like go in a circle and say, why did we start? And like, when people would say, oh, I didn't know what else to do. Oh, this is like short. I didn't feel like going to college. I'm just like, oh my God, I hate you.
I know.
Leave. You're ruining everything.
I know. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, my guess, I can't confirm this, but I think most people who don't like hair before, like, when they're in hair school, then they don't like it when they start doing hair. They're not going to be as successful as someone who is. And that's just the reality. Vibes are everything. I don't want to be one of those people. But again, you can be so talented. You can be so good at it. Because for me, I don't feel like hair was super hard to learn. Like, it came pretty naturally to me. But I also still wanted to learn more, even though I felt like I got it pretty quickly. Like, I still wanted to like learn other things because I care about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a better stylist than someone who's like, well, I'm good at it and that's all. I just don't like that.
That one just true.
Being good at hair doesn't make you be good at being a hairstylist.
Yeah, so true. Okay, we'll just go through like a few more.
Okay.
Someone put stylist trauma dumping on me, and I actually DM'd this girl, and I said, elaborate, because I was curious, like what she meant. And she put, if I were to take a shot every time my stylist would bring up her financial strain, I'd be blacked out by the end of the appointment.
Oh, fuck.
I pay and tip 20% every time. There always seems to be something negative happening in her life. I do understand life gets hard, but as a client, I don't think that creates a proper experience. I've stayed with her for 3 years because she does beautiful work. This past year, she has been stating she is burnt out, so I haven't rebooked since.
I think that's
why
so
are you telling your clients that, though? Like, again, like, lack of professionalism, lack of self-awareness. Why do they need to know you're burnt out? Like, are you planting a seed.
Correct.
You're like wanting her not to come back.
Correct.
Because there's another way to go about it other than like making them feel bad.
Yes. I understand the economy that we're in, and so when my clients start talking about how things cost a lot, I'll agree with them. My clients do not know where I'm at financially, and they never will. Like,
yeah,
when I got back from vacation, you know, a week off. I mean, I had a small paycheck from retail, but very small paycheck from retail and a week off, and I spent the money there, and I spent money on rent, and I spent money on my car all in the same week. I was so low. My clients are sitting here talking about how expensive everything is. I'm agreeing with them. I'm like, I know, dude, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy over here. Not once am I going to sit here and be like, you know, like, money's like really tight right now, and I just had to take a week off, and now I don't get PTO like everyone, and like, you know, like, that's so not the place and not the audience. Like, that's just not it. I just think that's so ugly to complain about money to someone who's currently paying you, because that feels like you're asking for money.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like you're asking for, like, a higher tip or, like, something. Like, I will never, ever complain about money.
And vice versa, too. A client, too. Doing that in the chair. I'm like, I'm not giving you a discount. Nope. Like, why are we talking about that?
I'll agree. I will. Because I get it. I'll be like, oh, my God, I know. Like, my normal grocery bill that used to be $80 is $130. You know, like, I'll agree. We'll have the conversation, because I'm not going to shut you down for complaining. But you're not going to know where I'm at. You have no idea where I'm at, and you never will.
When I think to talk about it vaguely, like where the economy's at is like okay, and be like, oh my gosh, it's so much more expensive now everywhere. But like if you're like niching it, oh God, I don't know, that just like really annoys me, especially as a hairstylist. Like you do not do that to your clients. It's so uncomfortable. How do you not know?
I mean, I would be so uncomfortable if I was getting a service of any kind and they were telling me how broke they are.
I'd be like, one, I don't care. I'm here to get my hair done.
Right, like
let's be real.
I'm not your
therapist.
therapist.
Like,
yes.
Sorry, not to be mean. I know that's just like, it's not the place.
It's not the audience.
Talk to your best friend about it. Talk to your mom. Like, talk.
Yes.
Just not your client who's paying you money.
Yes.
And like, oh,
well, God. It's like, because even I feel like when I bitch to my dad about money sometimes, you know, like, I'll, like, just because I talk shit with my dad, it's fine. Like,
it's your dad.
I'll be like talking shit about my dad. His immediate response is, well, you know, if you need help, like, whatever. And I'm like, the fact that that's his response, and obviously he's my dad, but I'm like, that is what, like, I feel like that's how clients feel like you have to respond. If you were complaining,
like, what are you supposed to say?
Right, like, you're like, oh, like, do you need help? Like, you know, like, it's like it's just awkward. Like, I don't want to be in a situation where I feel like someone's asking me for money while I'm currently paying them. You know, I don't know. That's weird. That's super weird.
I don't like anyone bringing up any financial stuff to me unless, like, I'm really close to you.
Totally.
Like, I don't need to know that. I don't, like, I don't want to pity you. I don't want to look at you differently. I don't, like, I just don't. I don't like that. Keep your financial stuff private. No one needs to know if you're making a shit ton of money.
Yes.
No one needs to know if you're not making a lot of money. I think it's tacky
as
fuck either way.
Yep.
And, oh, God, it would be such a good podcast episode, and maybe we'll save it for another time. But, like, I hate when I go on social media and I see
people talking about money,
I hate when I see a hairstylist or salon owner talking about how much money they make.
Yes.
And like, oh God, it just like really, really bothers me, because it's one thing to like talk about being financially free and like stuff like that. Like, I think that's important to shed light on and like show people like, yeah, hairstylists do make money. But like when you're like really like bragging about numbers, I'm just like,
that.
Ooh.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know.
And
I think it's a bad look.
Money aside, trauma dumping in general, I think is like highly unprofessional and like know your audience. Like I even feel, because like I have clients who I feel like there are some that it's like turned into friend. Like I would actually grab them for a drink. Like they're like, there's a very small number of those, and like you can tell that they want a deeper check-in than just like the surface level, and I get that. And I'll give them a little, like, you know, there's a lot of my clients who understand like, oh yeah, like I've talked about how I'm quitting vaping and like going through a little bit more of a mental whatever, but I'm also not like dumping it. I'm just kind of like, yeah, but like I'm feeling a lot better now, like I'm feeling good now, but yeah, it was like a weird month.
There's a difference between
like
a two-way conversation
and
then like someone
just dumping it. Like I think that would be so. I also think there are situations where stylists, to be relatable, start trauma dumping, but sometimes I think we need to be aware of when someone just wants to be heard. Like, someone venting about where they're at is not necessarily an invitation to start venting about where you're at. Like, unless they're asking you, they might just want to be heard. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's normal in conversation to like be relatable and be like, oh yeah, I actually whatever. Mm-hmm. But I think I've actually talked with Alyson about this a while ago, but just like working on being a more active listener and like just listening more clearly and understanding when someone's talking to me and not when someone's wanting me to share my perspective too. Like sometimes people just want to be heard. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. I think we're gonna stop there because we had a lot more, but you know, we'll just go on forever and ever.
Totally. We can do another episode on this
a part two because that was good, and I think it's good as a stylist just to see that feedback too and like insight. I love getting feedback from clients.
Me too. I feel cool. Like maybe I should do something like that on my own Instagram at some point. Yeah, just hear it out because I know what my clients like, obviously, because they say it. But I'm like, what don't you like? Yeah. I want to know what you don't like.
Yeah, tell me what you hate about me.
Like, beyond the hair, like, about the appointment. What don't you like?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool. I love.
Wow,
good chat. Oh, she's coughing.
I've had a weird, like, cough this weekend. It's fine. I know. I don't think I'm sick.
Yeah. Just kidding.
Better not be. I was
Knock
just
on wood.
I was just sick, so...
but thank you guys for listening, and also like thank you to everyone who always responds to all of our questions that we ask you guys.
Yeah,
those are really good responses.
Seriously, yeah, you guys are awesome, and that was such a good like eye-opening conversation. I feel like as stylists we can't get too comfortable, and just because we're good at hair doesn't mean we should get too comfortable with like how we're doing things. Like,
there's other aspects of the hair appointment.
And I think no matter how seasoned you are as a hairstylist, it's so important for us to remind ourselves that we don't know everything and we can change at any point, and we probably should. Like, I don't know, I just think it's really important for us to be able to accept that like we aren't perfect. And everyone has different preferences, and we might not be everyone's cup of tea. And I think that that's also good.
Amen.
Yeah.
Love that. Beautiful way to end.
Yeah.
Snaps.
Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Bitches in the Breakroom. Caitlyn's Instagram.
Caitlyn Caban Hair.
Mine is Courtney Cab Hair. And we'll see you bitches next week.
Bye.
Bye.